Right, today starting in child's pose. Get yourself comfortable. Come on down. Hips on heels, find your breath. Allow yourself to settle in here. Sometimes some parts of your body might resist this posture, and that's okay. Just open the knees a little bit, sink a little more deeply if you can. And then just know that with time and breath, this posture will naturally unfold, okay, without any real effort from you. And that's the best thing about yoga postures and breathing. Sometimes we can just let time do most of the work for us. Once you've settled in, allow each inhale to make the spine longer. You feel your whole torso, especially expanding outward with the inhales. And the whole torso pulls inward on the exhale. As much as you can, breathe through your nose. Of course, that's not always possible if you have allergies or some congestion, but just do your best. Filling the lungs with your inhales. Emptying the lungs with your exhales. And if you hear your breath becoming more of a roar sound as you breathe deeply, kind of a roar in your ears, that's great. You've cultivated ujjayi breath or victorious breath, okay? And it's a warming breath. It's a great tool for us. It's a calming breath. It's almost like you're dragging the breath in your throat a little bit of slight constriction in your throat so that it makes a wind or an ocean sound, like this. And hopefully that came through my microphone. Some teachers say, breathe so that the person on either side of you could hear you, but there may not be anyone next to you. So breathe so that at least you can hear you. And notice we may have softened into the posture a little bit. The hips may have softened, the low back, just with our breath. Okay, this big massage from the inside. And then, of course, before we begin our practice, we want to take our mindful moment, scan the body. We've been watching the breath intently. Watch the body for a moment. Notice any sensations that arise. Where do you feel this posture? Where might you feel sticky and maybe a little bit tense? But where also do you feel open and strong? And of course, take a moment to also watch the thoughts and emotions. Notice that mental climate, that emotional climate. And of course, as always, we're not looking to change or label any of these thoughts. We just want to observe. We just want to know what's going on. All right, as you're ready, my friends, start to walk your hands back up and in by your hips. And we'll take our knees quite close together and sit on our feet. Okay, if this is uncomfortable for you, don't worry. You wouldn't be alone in this being uncomfortable. Lots of people would feel the same way. In that case, you can stick a pillow or you can separate your feet a little bit and put a block underneath your hips and sit on that. And that might take some of the pressure out of your knees. Or you can always just take your feet a little bit wider and sit between them if that's okay. So find something that feels good. You can also tuck your toes. Okay, but I'm gonna have us sit on our feet for a little while. Arms up, nice and tall. Okay, and find your nicest, longest spine, okay? Just lifting your low back up and out of your pelvis, lifting your neck up toward the sky. And could we drop the shoulder blades a little bit? Feeling that big heart lifting. So we're going to begin to activate our legs a little bit. So I want you to imagine that you're trying to push the floor away from you with your legs, and you'll feel your quads turn on, okay? So you're pushing the floor down. You might even feel your hips lift up a little bit. Try to keep them on your heels, but that lifting, pushing the floor away feeling is still there. And breathe. So legs should already be feeling this. They should be getting quite warm, and that's okay. If it's too much, back out, take a break, but keep breathing. All right, if you can stand it, try to stick with me. Pull the belly button back. Could you tuck the tailbone a little bit more and lift the heart a little bit more? Keep breathing. Still kicking that floor down. Quads are really warm now. Pull the belly button in a little more. Tuck the tailbone a little bit more. Lift that heart. One more big breath in here, friends. And let it go. All right, come forward to hands and knees. And we'll take some cat-cows here. Lift the heart up and forward. And push the floor away. Find that breath. Inhale, heart forward, big heart. Exhale, heart presses down to the floor. Keep breathing. Okay, finding a big snaky movement in your spine. Making extra space in your chest and your low back. Remember to keep the belly button wrapping in. Even when you pull your heart forward, the belly doesn't necessarily drop low there. It stays lifted. All right, bring it back to a flat back, and then I'll have us tuck our toes, knees back together. Go ahead and sit on your heels this time. Again, if this is uncomfortable, untuck your toes, just sit on your feet like we did before. You can put a blanket or a block underneath your hips, and sometimes that helps a lot. You can always just take a break and come up. But same idea, arms up here. This time interlace your fingers. Flip your palms high and think of pressing the floor down. You might feel your hips lift a little bit, but keep them just gently brushing your heels. Your longest spine ever. Your biggest breath. Belly button rolls backward. Tailbone tucks forward. Let the legs turn on. Keep breathing. Notice yourself here where the effort is coming from, and where can you invite ease, maybe across the chest. Maybe one more big breath in here. Go ahead and let that go. Whew. Okay, keep your toes tucked, all right? With your inhale, pull your heart forward. Another cow pose, just like we did before. Heart pulls forward as the belly button lifts. With your exhale, could you press it back to a down dog? And it doesn't have to be a crazy extended knee down dog. Just keep them bent. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, heart moves forward. Cow pose. And exhale, press it back. Bent leg, down dog. Keep going. Just like that. Keep breathing. All right, now maybe you want a little extra exploration of a challenge here. When you come down to your cow pose, what if you floated your knees a centimeter off the mat for that? Try that, guys. If it's too much, skip it. Okay, just thinking of warming up here. Inhaling, heart pulls forward, floating knees. Exhaling, down dog. Keep it going. Keep breathing with me. Maybe 3 more times, just like this. Finding your appropriate challenge level. Taking care of number 1 by finding always that modification if you need it, and that challenge if you want it. Okay, next time you press back to a down dog, let's hang out here. Walk the heels out. Okay. Again, we don't have to extend the knees if they're not ready. So just think about kind of gently opening up the backs of the legs. Think about rolling the shoulders. Find a little extra mobility there. And of course, shake your head. Yes. And shake your head. No. And then inhaling, come forward. And I'll meet you back on hands and knees. Let's get the right leg out behind. Send it out there. Okay, and then internally rotate the hip. Okay, so the toes will point straight down. And lift that belly button. So we want a really strong core here. We always have our belly button lifting into our spine. Okay, feeling that strong, controlled core. How about this? How about putting extra weight into your right hand, keeping your strong core and your internally rotating right hip? Left hand reaches forward. Let's reach really long for a moment. Just how long can you be? Okay, we're not even really concerned with the arm and the leg being high. We would rather them be long. Okay, as a matter of fact, if we lift too high, we drop the belly and then we lose the whole point. Okay, so long spine here. Reach as long as you can for this inhale. With your exhale, bend the right knee, pull it out to the right. Think of keeping it level with your hip. And do the same with the left elbow. Pull it out to the left, level with your shoulder. Let's bring it back to center on the inhale. Long. And exhale, bend that knee and elbow out to the side. One more just like that. Big breath in. And big exhale. Can we hold here? Push the floor down. Lift your belly button. Breathe. 2 more breaths, guys. Big breath in. Find a sense of calm and ease. 1 more big breath in. And 1 last big exhale. Nice. Inhale here. Send it out long, back at the center. Okay, check this out, guys. We're going to drop that left hand. Okay, drop the left hand back to the floor. Keep the right leg up. But see, it's internally rotating right now. Could we externally rotate that right hip and use the left hip as well? So feel your left glute get strong as you stack your right hip on top of your left. Let's pause here. Breathe. Now notice here with me, we want that same belly button wrapping in feeling as we had before. The only difference is we are externally rotating and stacking that hip. But if the leg goes too far back, you've lost your core control. So make sure that leg is in line with your beautiful spine. Balance challenge for you here. Could you come up on the right fingertips? Notice the left toes are pointing in the same direction as the right leg. And maybe we could lift up the right fingertips. Whew, it's balancy. Lift up the right fingertips and reach up high. Breathe with me here. Find that challenge and know that you can always put the right fingertips down. There's really no problem with that at all. Breathe here, guys. Okay, pull that belly button in. Find that long right leg in line with your spine. Maybe the right hand is reaching up. Or maybe the cherry on top, you reach that right hand away from the right foot. Could we take 3 more long, slow breaths here? Just feeling your body deal with this balance challenge. How is your body handling this problem? 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Go ahead and let it go on your exhale. Come down to hands and knees. Let's take a little down dog just to shake that out. So come on up, bent knee, down dog. Shake it out. Notice any warmth you've built in your body. Notice how you feel. And then as you're ready, shift it forward. We're back on hands and knees here. Ready? Let's get the left leg up and out behind. Same thing here. Okay, we need to wrap the belly in to get that core control. That's what we're going for. Internally rotating the left hip. The leg should be perfectly in line with your back. And even if you want to get it a little bit lower, we'd rather that than lose the core control and lift too high. Okay, that's missing the point there. So as you're ready, reaching forward with the right hand, hold and breathe. Lengthen. Okay, could we get an inch longer here? Probably so. Surprise yourself. Okay, keep that belly button in your mind's eye. Become aware and try to stay aware of your center of gravity as we begin to move, okay? So same thing on this side, inhaling to be long. Exhaling, left knee bends to the left, right elbow bends to the right. They hover level with your back, okay? Inhale, long in the center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, long in the center. This one we hold. Exhale to the side. Hold and breathe. Push that floor down. I'll tell you a secret. The more you push the floor down, the more the floor pushes you up. 2 more breaths here. Where are you working and where can you be easeful? 1 more big breath in. Stay here for your breath out. Inhale to center, long in the center. Awesome. Exhale, drop that right hand. Keep the left leg up though. Okay, ready for your balance challenge? The right toes are still pointing at the back of the mat and we'll keep them like that. We won't pivot. Okay, we'll simply engage that right glute. Use your big, strong right glute to pull the left hip up and over, externally rotating. But make sure you don't lose the belly button into the spine, okay? So we want to have that left leg parallel to the floor, maybe even lower if you need it to be. And here comes the left. Fingers getting light on the mat. Maybe today we reach up, maybe not. Okay, no problem. If you fall out and come back in, keep breathing. Pull that belly button into the spine. Shoot the left heel out, out, out. Breathe. Okay, possibly left hand reaches away from left foot. Okay, notice what parts of your body are working here. Where can you relax? What about your face? What's your jaw doing right now? What about your eyebrows? 1 more big breath in. Exhale, come on down to hands and knees. I'll come back to a down dog. Let's take a little moment there. Let's walk it out. Shake it out. All right, my friends, let's start to move. Inhaling, heart moves forward. Find a long plank shape. Okay, with your exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhale here, roll it up. Lift your heart. Think of reaching so high that you could maybe lift your hips forward a little bit and pull that belly button in. Okay, and with your exhale, bend your knees and fold. Let's do that again. Feels good. Inhale, roll it up. Lift your big heart. Pull the belly button in as the hips maybe move forward. And exhale, fold. 1 more, please. Big breath in. Come on up. Big heart. Exhale, fold it. Palms are down. Inhaling here, find your plank. Okay, with or without your knees on the floor, exhale and pull your elbows into your rib cage. You can just hover there. Maybe knees are down, maybe not. Inhale, press the floor away. Find your plank again. And exhale, back to your down dog. Take a moment here, walk it out. All right, friends. Keep breath going. Keep breath moving. And begin to settle into your down dog. Grip the mat, elbows pull inward. Heels are spun so they're out of sight. And you may think of lifting your kneecaps as you drop your heels. However, it's not necessary for your heels to come all the way to the floor if they just don't do that now. Don't worry about that. Let's start to move, friends. Could you keep all that? And inhale, right leg up and out behind you. And exhale, right knee moves forward to your nose, shoulders over wrist. Could we hover here for one full breath in? Stay here for one full breath out. Inhale here, leg up and out behind you. Point the toe at the sky. And exhale, send that right foot forward. Drop it outside your right hand. We're dropping that back knee here. That would be the left knee. And inhaling, come on up, low lunge. Okay, we're going to think of dragging the hips forward using that strong right heel. As we exhale, pull your hips forward using that strong right hamstring. Drop your arms into a cactus shape. Let's do that again. Inhale, back out of it a little bit. Lift the hips, arms up. Exhale, strong right heel pulls back. Cactus arms. Keep that belly button in. One more time, guys. Big breath in, back out. Big exhale, dive in, and let's hold. Okay, right heel is moving back, left knee is moving forward. We have strong legs. The pelvic floor is pulling up and in toward the center. Maybe even you lift your heart a little bit here. Pull that belly in. Strong legs, my friends. One more big breath in. And exhale, hands down, down dog. Let it go. Inhale for that plank. Exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Big heart, little back extension here. Hips forward, belly button in. And exhale, fold. Let's do it again. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale, roll it down. One more big breath in. Come on up. Exhale, bring it down. Palms are down. Inhale here, plank. Just like we did before. Exhale, halfway down. Elbows to ribs, possibly using knees, possibly not. Inhale back to your plank, push the floor. And exhale, down dog. Walk it out. Let it go. Okay, find your down dog. Make it really intentional, really strong in the hands. Elbows in. A slight squeeze between your knees, okay? I like to think here about trying to squish the two halves of the body, the right and left side of the body, together toward the midline, okay? And indeed, in any yoga posture, try thinking about that. Try thinking about two halves pulling in toward the midline. Can you keep all that? And inhale, the left leg up and out behind. Exhale here, left knee to your nose, shoulders over wrists, one full breath in and out. Inhale here, send it back. Point your toe at the sky. And exhale here, send that left foot forward. Drop it outside your left hand. Back knee comes down, right knee's down. Inhaling here, low lunge, Anjane Asana. Okay, you guys ready? Exhaling here, we're using that left heel, pulling back to move the hips a little lower. Just go as much as feels good, please. And inhale, back up out of it. Again, exhale, pull forward. Cactus arms, make your chest big. One more big breath in. And big exhale. Breathe here with me. Wrap the belly button in. Everything pulling in towards center. Two knees are trying to snap together. Pelvic floor is lifting. Maybe your big heart lifts. One more big breath in here. And let it go. All hands down, down dog. Okay, take a moment here in your down dog. Shake it out. Notice how the backs of your legs feel. And let's keep going. Inhaling here, find your plank. Exhaling here, walk to your hands and fold. Let's hold here for a moment. Take the knees kind of wide, please. Or take the feet kind of wide. Bend your knees and just hang and swing. Close your eyes. Let your head hang. Take a few more breaths. Okay, notice how nice it feels to let your spine just hang in traction. It's one of the best things we can do for our spines. And as you're ready, bend your knees enough that you could get your palms all the way down. Let's turn the toes out to the side a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to have you inhaling here. Press into your feet, roll yourself up high. Okay, with your exhale, I'm going to ask you to drop your hips nice and low. Think of pointing your knees out to the side. Now you can just go as low as you want to go. Some of you are going to want to come all the way down. Some of you are not, but that's perfect. Inhale, bring it up. Again, exhale, drop it all the way down, as low as you want to go. Inhale, bring it up. Can we take a few more like this? Okay, exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Now, as you're doing this, I'm just going to remind you that we do want our heels down. So if they don't stay down, then either reduce your range of motion or change your foot position. All right, and we want to keep our spine nice and long, moving up and down. Try to find that long spine. A few more, guys. Keep breathing. Maybe 3 more. Hips getting warm. 2 more. Last one. Nice. Drop your right hand under your right shoulder, in between your feet. You can drop your left hand too if you need to, but I try to step the right foot back with only one hand. That's kind of a fun challenge. So here we are in a lunge. You're always welcome to drop the back knee. Okay, right foot, right hand is under right shoulder, in line with left foot. Inhaling here, right arm, sorry, that's a left arm, way up to the ceiling. As you exhale, left hand reaches under right arm, so far, just as far as you can go. Inhale, reach up tall, big chest. Exhale, reach far. Okay, again, just like that, big breath in, spinning your big chest open. Big exhale, reaching to the right. Last time, guys, reaching up and hold and breathe. Okay, remember that strength between your legs, the 2 knees trying to snap together. Could we drop the hips a little lower? Breathe. One more big breath here. And let it go. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to look back at the floor and step the right foot back forward outside the right hand. We're back in our squat. Inhaling here, come on up to standing. Exhaling here, down into your squat. Again, back up to standing. Exhaling into your squat. A few more times. Okay, nothing crazy. Don't worry. We won't do as many as we did before. Maybe 3 more. Inhale to stand. Exhale to sit into your squat. Hopefully noticing your squat getting a little bit more open, a little bit more easeful. 1 more. Come on down. Okay, left hand under left shoulder. Maybe do with 1 hand down, maybe do with 2 hands down. Inhaling here, left leg steps back. Find your twisty lunge. Okay, the left hand and the right foot are in line with each other. Inhaling here, right arm up, big twisty open chest. And exhale, reach under that left arm. You might even bend the left elbow to reach a little further. Get the hips low. Inhaling, reach it up, big chest. Exhale, reach it under. Again, big breath in. And big exhale. Last time, reaching up and hold. Breathe right here with me. Take it easy by dropping the back knee maybe. Strengthen the back leg if you're feeling good here. Make it long and strong. And could we drop the hips a little lower? Trying to squeeze those two knees together. Everything pulling in towards your center of gravity. One more big breath in here. And exhale, right hand down to the outside of the right foot, stepping it back forward to your squat. All right, last time, inhaling here, come on up. And exhaling here, last time down into your squat. Hold right here and breathe. Maybe put your palms together if that makes sense for your squat. Try to get your heels down though. Okay, as much as you can. And if they don't, you can always come up and just kind of take a break. Breathing here, long spine. Then I'm going to ask you to do something kind of weird here. As you're ready, simply sit down onto your hips, lift your legs. You're in a boat pose. All right, ready for a little core work? Now remember, in your boat pose, you can always grab behind your knees. That's totally fine. Okay, you can always drop your fingers and drop your toes to be most gentle here. So this is most gentle. Grabbing your knees would be a little bit more challenging. And reaching your hands forward with straight legs would be your ultimate challenge. So find what works best for you. Either way, no matter what kind of modification you've chosen, the angle between your femurs and your spine is the same. It's about a 90-degree angle. So keeping that long chest, that long upright turn chest, could you just roll onto your low back and take a half boat, Ardha Navasana. Okay, keep that long neck. Big breath in. Exhale up to your boat. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale, half boat. Exhale, full boat. 3 more times. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, full. 2 more. Inhale, half. Exhale, full. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Hold here and breathe. Now, if your hands are down, your feet are down, I want you to experiment with a little challenge, maybe lifting hands or feet. If you're grabbing your knees, try letting just go of one. If your legs are out long, try pulling them in towards you. Keep breathing here for 3. For 2. And for 1. Okay, try this. Could you cross your ankles, sit forward with your weight, and come on up to standing. Big breath in. And big exhale here. Keeping your ankles crossed, just however they are is perfect. Bend your knees, palms to the ground. You want to block here, great, but bending your knees and putting your fingertips down usually should work. Let your head hang and just breathe. Okay, your ankles are crossed. And try just taking one hand behind each ankle and gently moving your head towards your shins. Breathe. And then as you're ready, switch sides. Just whichever one is in back, take it around the front. Again, bend those knees. No reason to straighten them. One hand to each ankle. Maybe you can also use your fingertips like more behind you to kind of get the head toward the shins. Big breath. All right, friends. Hands back to the floor. Okay, we're untangling our legs. And inhaling here, back to your plank. Exhaling here, knees, chest, and chin come to the mat. Very slowly, elbows in, belly button up, looking forward. Inhale back up to your plank. Let's do that again. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Lower slowly, elbows in, look forward. One more, big breath into plank. Big exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Nice. Inhaling here. Slide yourself forward through that cobra. Heart pulls up and forward. Just one big, beautiful cobra. And exhale here. Down dog. Here we are, guys. Walk it out, shake it out. Notice how it feels. Let it all go. Okay, you ready? Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, drop that right foot between your hands. Okay, and walk your fingers a little bit forward, maybe about the length of your spine forward. And then we're going to launch the left leg into the air. So remember, your right knee can stay bent. It does not need to extend, okay? Now that's going to be super important as we keep going. Okay, if you have a small space like I do, you're going to need to move back. So here we are. We have hands under shoulders. Up on the fingertips is fine, but we might have blocks here. And just like we did before, the left leg is internally rotating at the hip. The toes are pointed down. Does this feel a little bit familiar? Okay, if everything's going great, reach that right hand forward, breathe. Extend, feel yourself really long, just like we did on hands and knees at the beginning of this class. Now, inhaling long through that lifted hand and foot. Exhale, left leg bends to the left, right arm bends to the right, just like we did before. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. One more, inhale to center. Exhale to the side. Hold and breathe, my friends. Hold and breathe. You can do this. You got this. One more big breath here. And inhale back to center. Okay, drop those right fingertips under your right shoulder, but move them a little bit over to the right so they're not quite in line with your right toes. And just like we did when we were on hands and knees, we're going to contract that right glute, squeeze the right glute, allow the left hip to open up and stack over the right. But remember to keep the left leg in line with your spine so that belly button is active. The core is in control. Maybe the left hand reaches up. The shoulders are now stacking as well as the hips. Breathe. You're in half moon posture. You might want to block under your right hand right now. That might be nice. But for the ultimate challenge, try floating your right fingers up off the floor. I like to start off with like 3 fingertips on the floor and then just lift one at a time. Breathe here. Okay, final cherry on top, reaching that left hand away from the left foot. Breathe. Find a nice bend in that right leg. Even if it's extended, try to keep a soft little micro bend in it. One more big breath in here, guys. And with your exhale, we're dropping right fingers, left foot comes all the way to the back of the mat in a drop that knee in a lunge. Whew. All right, we're just gonna walk the hips, rock them forward and back. Rock them forward, rock them back. And then allow yourself to find a little low lunge here. And I want to invite you to walk that left knee back a little bit if everything's feeling great and you want to kind of sink down into this, because that's what we're going to do. So let your head hang. Allow all the effort you just expended in that half moon posture to just roll off your back. So we want our spine to be long, even though we acknowledge that it will round here. And we do want a little bit of activity between the knees. So remember the 2 knees moving toward each other. It doesn't have to be all your strength, but at least a little bit, please. Maybe we come down to 1 elbow today. Maybe 2 elbows today, maybe not. Maybe we walk the right foot a little bit out to the right and point the toes out there and kind of waggle the knee out in that direction. Nice breath. Let your head hang, but keep that neck long, right? We always want the shoulders to move away from the ears. Stay here, or I'll just give you some options to play around with. If you're feeling great, you can look over at the right knee and take the right hand gently on the inside and think of twisting to look up. If that goes well, you can bend the left knee and point the toes up of the left foot. And perhaps the right hand can go back looking for its friend, and you get a really nice quad stretch here, pulling that left heel towards your glute. All right, as you're ready, slowly come out the same way you came in, right? We don't want to explode out of this. You'll find yourself with your hands under your shoulders in a low lunge. Just bring it back to hands and knees here. And then a down dog. I'll meet you there. Walk it out. Shake it out. Notice how your legs feel. All right, you guys ready for the other side? Let's do it. Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, left foot drops between your hands. Boom. Okay, you're up on your fingertips. Let's walk them forward. Okay, if you have a little space, you're gonna have to move your whole self back a little bit. But we want the spine to have space to be long. So walk your hands far enough away from your left foot that your spine has length, and then lift that right leg into the air. Now remember, your blocks can be helpful here, okay? Or just your fingertips. And remember to bend that left knee. All right, are you ready? We're internally rotating that right hip, bending that left knee, reaching forward with the left hand. Breathe, hold and breathe. Get long and strong. Hand and foot reach away from each other. Belly button is lifting. The core is in control. Ready? Inhale to be long. Exhale, make that funky arm and leg out to the side shape. Inhale, long in the center, internally rotating the hip. Exhale, externally rotating the hip. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. Hold and breathe. And hold and breathe. And lift the belly. Find a sense of ease here. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop the left fingers to the floor or your block and move it a little bit out to the left, not quite in line with your left toes. Ready? Work that left glute. Pick up the right hip, stack it on top of the left. Maybe this is enough today, okay? Work on bringing that leg back in line with the spine, that right leg. If it moves back, we've lost our core control. So pull it in, belly button in. Maybe you get the 3 right fingertips on the floor. Maybe start lifting them up to the ceiling. Shoulders can stack at some point. And maybe you start coming up on the left fingertips as well. Maybe you lift one left fingertip at a time until you are floating in your half moon. Breathe. Ardha Chandrasana. Such a cool posture, okay? Now remember to find your unique expression of it. There's so many places you can go with this. Perhaps the right hand reaches over the right ear. Nice breath. All right, if you're not breathing deeply here, check in, find that big breath. One more big breath in, and exhale, all fingertips down, left foot to the back of the mat. Sorry, that's a right foot to the back of the mat. Drop that right knee, We are down in our low lunge. Take a little time just to rock the hips forward and back. Noticing the back of that left leg, the left hamstring. How does the right quad and hip flexor feel? And next time you rock forward, let's hang out in this lunge a little bit. We want our hands inside the left foot. We definitely want our elbows bent. We definitely don't want them to lock out. So just be aware, they might try to lock out. And we want a long spine and neck. Even though it's rounding, we want to keep an idea of length. And of course, put some activity between your knees. They're still trying to move together. As you sink into gravity, maybe one elbow, maybe two elbows. Breathe. Let the head fall, but keep the neck long. Maybe the left foot walks to the left a little bit and points out in that direction. The knee follows by kind of waggling out in that direction. Hips are relatively equal with each other. They're equally moving downward. Stay here or explore further by taking the left hand to the inside of the left knee and a gentle press. More than anything, just to twist here. Not necessarily to move the knee out, but more to twist to look up. If everything's going great here, we can bend that right knee, right toes point up. And maybe the left hand finds the right foot. And we can get a great quad stretch here. Foot to the glute. Maybe one more beautiful breath in here, guys. Come out slowly without exploding. Back to hands and knees. And from hands and knees, sit your hips to one side and find your very comfortable seat, okay? You may just sit crisscross applesauce, okay? Maybe a different posture that feels good to you. If your hips are feeling pretty good after all of that, I might invite you to try a half lotus. You can just pick up one of your feet and bring it toward the opposite hip crease. Okay, just feel that out. Okay, and breathe here, guys. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Long spine. Hips are equally heavy on the mat. And feel your breath slowing down. Notice all the sensations swirling around in your body. Notice thoughts and emotions. Become aware of your center of gravity behind your belly button. Imagine your breath moving very softly and effortlessly into and out of that place. Feel the jaw relax. The face grows soft and radiant. Maybe a little smile on your lips. The breath moves effortlessly. And please continue sitting or resting in this way for as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel wonderful.